ordinary horse with the speed of light, a cloud of dust, and a hearty hi-yo silver. The Lone Ranger.
Come in. Oh, it's you, Lyndon. That's all, Clark. All ready to leave us?
Sooner the better.
Well, your clothes don't seem to fit you as well as they used to. I guess our prison food isn't so bad after all.
I've tasted better. Am I free to go now, or do I have to hear you make a speech?
I don't make speeches. I just say a few things that I hope will be important to you. Don, you've had a fine record in the whole year that you've been here. You've behaved yourself like a good boy and caused us no trouble. So don't do anything and get yourself sent back here. There's been a man waiting outside the prison walls all morning. A man with a pair of saddled horses. I can't identify him, of course, but...
Come on, Warden. How long do I have to stand here listening to you yap?
You're free to go anytime.
Yeah? And so long, Warden. Keep my cell clean. I may be back someday.
Oh, Don. When you came here, you didn't have any valuables except this. Don't you want it back? That's a beautiful gold locket. And the lady inside is even more beautiful. You mind telling me who she is?
My mother.
I thought so. I can see the resemblance. I wonder how she'd feel if she knew that her son was going to join the notorious Carlos Marina gang.
Quit needling me, will you, Warden? You asked why I joined the Marina gang. All right, I'll tell you. It was 6 years ago. I was traveling west with my mother and Dad by covered wagon. We were ambushed by Indians. Dad was wounded, and he went for help. He never got back. After he left, Mother was killed in front of my eyes. I was knocked unconscious and left for dead. When I came to, the Marina gang was there, fixing my wounds. They gave me food, clothes, and shelter. Why shouldn't I be grateful to them?
Don, they used you for their own selfish purposes. They'd never do anything for nothing. Besides, you've paid them back long since for any kindness they've shown you.
I'm the best judge of that. Hope you don't get lonesome, Warden. So long.
Hiya, kid. I've been waiting all morning.
Yeah, the warden said he saw you from his window.
Hope you sent love and kisses from Carlos.
Sure. I told him off good. I read about some of the jobs Carlos pulled while I was in jail.
Well, yeah, we did all right, but we sure needed you.
I also read the sheriff got killed last week. Shot in the back. Did Carlos do it?
You know, Carlos don't stand for no killing.
I just want to be sure, Buck. I'll do a lot to repay Carlos for saving my life and taking care of me, but killing's out.
Carlos hates killing as much as you do, kid. You know, he wouldn't even be a hold-up man if it wasn't for he got robbed of everything he owned by those Indians. Just like you.
I've seen too much killing, Buck. That's why I won't stand for it, not even from Carlos. Where's he now, at the hideout?
No, he's out in the trail. Let's get going.
Here he come, amigo. No, my friend. I get the first shot. If I miss him, then it's your turn.
You never miss. Always holding all the fun.
That is why I am big boss. When you prove you're better shot than me, then you'll become big boss. Such a beautiful target. It's almost a shame to finish him off with one shot.
Come on, Carlos. Get it over with, will you? I don't like hanging around with the law riding by.
A bullet in the heart.
Tonto. Did you hear that?
Rifle shot come from road, maybe. Sound like near same place where Marina gang hold up stage 2 weeks ago.
We'd better investigate. Lucky, Tonto. The bullet just missed his heart. Right through the flesh here.
Him lawman, Kemo Sabe. Must be new marshal who come to keep law and order until new sheriff appointed.
Yes, and apparently that didn't fit in with someone's plans.
You think Marina gang behind us?
It's possible. They've been behind every other crime lately.
Heartbeat not too strong. We get him back to camp. We make medicine to help him.
Yes, we can't do much for him here. Better give me a hand. Well, at least we've stopped the bleeding.
The pulse beats stronger now. Me think him be all right.
He's coming to.
Easy, Marshal. Take it easy.
Better you sit down.
What happened?
Someone took a shot at you.
Bullet almost killed you.
Who are you? What's the idea of that mask?
I'm not the one who shot you, if that's what you're thinking.
Mask-eyed face of good friend of law. You be dead now if him not help fix your wound.
Yeah, so I see, Indian. Wait a minute.
What's the matter, Marshal?
I thought you said you were on the side of the law.
I am.
You're a thieving coward, that's what you are.
What you mean, Marshal? We not rob you.
No, I say you did. I was wearing something around my neck. It's not there now.
This what you mean?
So you did steal it.
If you look closely, you'll see the chain's been broken.
The locket slipped on your neck when we try to lift you up. Fall up and we see a pretty lady inside.
I'm sorry if I jumped to the wrong conclusion. I'm sure mighty glad you saved this for me. That's my wife. It's the only picture I've got of her.
She's a beautiful woman.
She was a beautiful woman. She's dead now.
I'm sorry.
Someday, there's somebody who's going to be a lot sorrier.
What do you mean?
She was murdered, Indian. She and my boy both. In an Indian ambush 6 years ago when we were heading west. Only, it wasn't really Indians. It was white men dressed up like them.
Are you sure of that?
Do you think I could ever forget that, mister? That picture's painted in blood. Me and my wife and kid were headed for a little ranch we'd just bought. And all of a sudden, they was on us. I got a bullet in my arm first thing. Barely had time to get Mary and Don behind the wagon after I tipped it over. Wasn't much protection, just the wagon in front, some boulders behind us. But we made the best of it. Couldn't even see who was firing at us. I was sure proud of Don that day. Poor kid. He was only 14. Must have been scared to death. But he never showed it. Just kept firing back at those sneaking cowards. And Mary, never thinking of herself, just looking after Don and me, scared we'd get hurt, worried about my wounded arm.
Jim, your arm, it's bleeding so badly. Let me bandage it for you.
There's no time for that now. You'll outsmart these redskins yet. Are you all right, Don boy?
Don't worry about me, Dad. I can take care of myself.
Jim, what are we going to do? We'll be running out of ammunition soon.
I know. There's only one chance for us to save ourselves, and I'm going to take it.
What do you mean?
That ranch house we passed a couple of miles back. If I can get there and get help...
And try and get past those Indians? They'd kill you before you're 10 yards away.
I don't think so. I can hide behind these rocks. I'm going to run for it and let you and Don keep them busy.
No, I won't let you.
You've got to, Mary. There's no other way. If I don't get help fast, we'll all be done for.
Let me go, Dad. You stay here.
No, Don. I can't use this arm anymore. Somebody's got to stay here who can shoot straight. I reckon you'll have to be the man of the family till I get back. Take it, son.
Darling, be careful.
Take care of your mother, son. But I didn't get back. Not in time, that is. Oh, I got away from the wagon all right, and things looked pretty good for a while. And all of a sudden, I heard those two voices, and that's when I knew they weren't really Indians.
Hey, boss, they ought to be running out of ammunition pretty soon.
When they do, we finish them off quick.
I don't like this waiting around. Why can't we rush them and get it over with?
Maybe get us all killed because you cannot be patient. That is not the way I work.
I knew Mary and Don only had enough ammunition to last them about an hour, if they used it sparingly. I hoped that would be enough time for me to reach help and come back. But I was weak from loss of blood. I must have blacked out for a while, because by the time I got help and headed back...
You not make it in time?
Yeah, Indian. In time to see my wife lying dead on the ground, and no sign of those murdering outlaws.
What about your boy?
Couldn't find him anywhere. They must have taken him with them and finished him off later, probably trying to force him to tell where I'd gone.
You have any idea who outlaws are?
One of them spoke with an accent, the other didn't. The one with the accent kept calling himself Carlos Marina.
Marina? We've been on his trail for weeks now.
We even think him same man who ambushed you.
I wouldn't be surprised, Indian. I've been looking for him for a long time. Just lately, I've heard that he was operating in this territory. That's why I volunteered to take over Sheriff Hadley's job until somebody could be appointed to replace him.
Marshal, if the man who killed Sheriff Hadley and ambushed you really is Marina, he must be planning a big holdup in town, or he wouldn't be so anxious to get rid of you both.
I'm thinking the same thing, mister. Here, help me up.
Easy. Do you feel strong enough to travel?
If there's a chance of getting Marina, I feel strong enough for anything. I'm going into town and round up Sheriff Hadley's deputies.
You're too weak to try and make it alone, Marshal. It's a long way into town. Mind if Tonto and I ride along with you?
We like to catch Marina gang, too.
From here on in, it's my life or theirs. The West won't be a decent place to live until those bandits are behind bars.
You're right.
Stop the pacing, my friend. There's no need to worry. Buck will bring the kid back soon.
And what makes you so sure the kid'll even come with Buck? If I was him, I'd be plenty sore at you for letting the law grab me with a hold-up a year ago.
The kid is a fool, but a useful fool. I tell you that 6 years ago when we ambushed his wagon and kill his mother. You and Buck want to finish him off. But Carlos, he say no. He take off war paint and pretend to rescue the kid. Give the boy plenty to be grateful for.
You're all right, so you were smart letting the kid live. I still say there'll come a day when that kid turns against you. He never has cut into being an outlaw.
Perhaps not, but he will come back. He do not forget that Carlos saved his life once.
How can he forget? You keep reminding him of it.
Yes, I keep reminding him of it. I keep reminding him of it.
Here they come now.
Don, my little pigeon! It's so good to see you again. All the time you was in prison, Carlos has missed you so terrible bad.
It's good to be out, Carlos. Hiya, Worry. Glad you're back, kid.
How'd it go, Carlos? Did you, take care of the marshal all right?
See, my friend, he will not give us no trouble when we pull our job this afternoon.
Great. That leaves the field wide open for us to empty out that bank.
How do I fit in, Carlos?
Like you always do, my young friend. The bank door will be locked, of course. And these two blubber bellies, they are too fat to fit in the small window in the rear of the bank. But you, my boy, you can squeeze through the bars like the greased pig and open the back door for us. After that is easy.
Yeah, there's one thing I don't like about this whole setup, Carlos.
So?
Well, the bank's too close to the sheriff's office. Any deputy there would be sure to hear us blow the vault. Wouldn't have much of a head start on a posse.
We do not need the head start. You see, after we get the money, we do not run away.
I don't get you.
It's very simple. Don is not known in town. A few hours before we rob the bank, he go into a hotel and take a room. After a little while, he unlock the rear door. We sneak in back way and join him there.
Yeah, where does that get us?
It gets us next door to the bank. We sneak out the rear door, steal the money, sneak back into a hotel. Nobody think bank robbers crazy enough to stay in town after robbery.
Hey, Carlos, you know, I think it'll work. Those deputies will be chasing all over the country looking for us, and we'll be sitting right there under their noses.
The simple way is always the best way. After the fuss is over, we leave with the money, nobody is the wiser.
But supposing somebody sees us when we go from the hotel to the bank and back?
It's not very likely anybody behind those buildings, but we take no chances. But just before we make the holdup, you hide in the trees behind the hotel. If you see anybody suspicious, you'll bring him in. We take care of him quick.
Don't worry. If anyone interferes with our plans, they won't get by me.
Well done. How does it feel to be making honest living again, huh?
Carlos, you're sure a character. If you hadn't been an outlaw, you might have been a great man.
Might have been. Carlos is a great man. Come. We go.
Well, Marshal, the town's just a little way ahead. I think it's better if you and Tonto go on alone from here.
Not a bad idea, friend. That mask of yours might draw too much attention to us. Sorry I wasn't able to travel any faster. If Marina's planning anything, he's had plenty of time to get here ahead of us.
It may not be too late.
Where we meet you, Kemo Sabe?
Tonto, when we were here before, I saw a clump of bushes behind the sheriff's office. While you and the marshal talk to the deputy. I'll wait for you there.
That good spot. No one likely to see you there.
And if we learn anything important, we can sneak back there and let you know.
Good. Let's get started.
You understand what you do now?
Sure, I know. If anyone butts in back here, I'll have a gun on him before he can breathe.
See that you do. Now find a good place to hide.
That kid ought to have that room by now. Why don't he open that back door?
Give him time. He will not fail us. There he is. I tell you, he not let us down. Everything go all right, kid?
Sure, Carlos. Come on, let's go. Reach. Waiting for someone, mister?
Suppose I am waiting for someone. Is there a law against that?
I make the laws around here, and right now you're breaking them. What's the idea of that mask?
You talk as though you know lots of men who wear masks.
Very funny, mister. Who are you waiting for?
I didn't say I was waiting for anyone.
And what are you doing out here?
Suppose I ask you the same question.
You might, mister, but I got no time to answer. I'll take these. Now, let's move.
Where are you taking me?
Never mind where I'm taking you. Move.
Whatever you say. It's a hotel, isn't it?
It is for some people, but for smart hombres who hang around where they ain't got no business, it could turn out to be a coffin. All right, inside. Cut it! I'm afraid you'll have to leave your horse outside, mister. There ain't room enough in this hotel for both of you. Now move.
Silver. Now we know what Kemo Sabe who whistle. We not like this. Why Silver not hidden in trees like planned?
You think something's happened to your masked friend?
Well, that's right. They're his boot prints. Other men follow him. Then go into hotel. Door bolted from inside. Come, we go around front, search every room.
So you'll find these masked hombre behind the hotel. And in the hotel, you why?
That's right, Carlos.
You planned maybe to rob the bank?
Maybe.
You hear that, my friend? We have the competitor. A man with a mask have the nerve to try and rob the same bank Carlos Marina have staked out for himself.
So you're Carlos Marina, eh?
You have heard of me, huh?
Yes, Marina. The whole territory's heard of you.
Well, you hear that, boys? My reputation is grow bigger and bigger. Pretty soon, Carlos Marina control the whole West.
I wouldn't count on it, Marina. The law wants you for too many robberies and murders.
Carlos, I thought you said there hadn't been any.
Take it easy, my little pigeon. You know Carlos have no heart for killing.
I thought you were proud of all your murders, Marina.
You shut them out. I have had enough of you. Come, Donnie. You wait outside. We come quick and rob bank as soon as we take care of these hombres.
What are you going to do with him?
We not hurt him bad. Just make sure he no tell on Carlos. Now go.
No, I think I'll stay. If you're really not going to hurt him bad, there's no reason I shouldn't stay and watch. I'm old enough now.
Kid, you are a fool. All right. I see prison life have make a man of you. So now you stay. Only don't blame Carlos for what he do. It's for your own good.
Not the gun, Carlos. It's too noisy. Everyone in the hotel will be here to investigate.
You're right, my friend. We use a more quiet way.
You're going to kill him in cold blood?
You want we should warm him up first?
Wake up, kid. How do you think he's pulled off all these jobs without getting caught?
Then you're no better than those murdering redskins that killed my mother and father.
That's the funniest thing yet, Carlos. He still thinks that...
Get up, you! Now listen to me, kid. I am the boss. You do what Carlos say. This man knows too much. He must die. It's his life or ours. So I kill him. Now.
No, I won't let you!
Well, Marshal, there's the Marina gang.
Marina. Mister, this is the day I've been waiting for.
I don't know who this boy is, but he saved my life. He took a knife that was meant for me.
I brought along plenty of handcuffs, but I didn't think I'd get to use them so soon. I'm going to make plenty sure these hombres don't cause any more trouble.
Give me a hand, Tonto.
Him just a boy.
I wonder how he got mixed up with the Marina gang.
Him bleeding bad, we better get knife out.
Let's put him in this chair. Open his shirt, Tonto, and bind his wound.
But let me handcuff him first.
That won't be necessary, Marshal. He's too weak to cause any harm.
Nice looking boy. Sort of reminds me of...
That's strange. Him wear locket just like yours, Marshal.
Don't take Locket, Mother's picture.
Don. Don, boy.
Dad.
Don.
Hello, Marshal. Howdy, Don. How's the shoulder?
A lot better now, thanks.
Me glad your dad don't have to lock you up with other outlaws.
Not half as glad as I am.
Will Don have to stand trial, Marshal?
Yeah. It looks like he's pretty much in the clear. Marina and his man have admitted that Don had nothing to do with any of their murders.
And since I've already served time for their other crimes, I don't have to pay the penalty twice.
That's why we wanted to come here and thank you, man, before you left. If you hadn't happened along when you did, Don here might have got mixed up in a whole new series of crimes.
You don't have to thank us, Marshal. I'm only glad we could save Don from the influence of a man like Marina. Well, Tonto, we'd better be on our way. Adios.
So long.
I'll never stop being grateful to those men. If it hadn't been for them, I might never have gotten you back again, boy.
You can say that double for me, Dad. Just one thing I've been wondering. The masked man never did tell me who he is. Do you know?
You bet I do, son. He's a man who puts fear into the hearts of outlaws like Marina and hope into the hearts of honest men. He's the Lone Ranger.
Hail Silver!